Welcome to Witch Yes, the Minisode.
I'm Alicia Herder.
And I'm Terra Keck. So, what are we talking about today? This is a Minisode.
Today we are going to talk about wands.
Wait,
Wands?
Yes.
Wands.
Magic wands?
No. Yeah, kinda? I don't know. Are they magic? I guess they're kind of magic.
I don't know. What kind of wands?
Tarot wands. Cards. Cards, baby. We're talking about the cards.
I'm so disappointed.
This is the best segue we've ever had.
Okay, so wait. So, I don't understand. What are wands in tarot?
So wands are a category in the Minor Arcana. You know, we went over the Major Arcana, which was like the Hierophant, the High Priestess, Death, like all that other shit, you know? And so right now we're going to give like an overview of what each Minor Arcana category is so that we can better understand if a wand shows up in your fucking reading, you can be like, I kind of know what this is about before you Google it on Biddy Tarot and find out the actual meaning of what it's about.
My hope is through doing all this research that I wouldn't have to be like, oh yeah, like come over and we'll do tarot and we'll drink wine. But also I need my 3 computers so I can cross-reference all of these fucking cards that I know nothing about.
It's so many tabs at one time.
But I'm still a witch.
But I'm still a witch.
I promise.
Yeah, do you have to remember things to be a witch? Like innately? Is that part of the game? Or can you just kind of like get by on checking on the computer?
I think that maybe you have an arsenal of go-to things.
That's what the fucking book is for. Is this just like the new age book? The internet?
The internet instead of the grimoire?
Yeah.
It's the internet?
I'm sure you can make like a spooky slideshow of
A spooky
everything
prezi.
you want. A spooky prezi. Prezis are already really spooky, so.
I don't like those transitions.
No, they make me sick. It's like, I don't even know.
She's trapped in it. She's triggered.
They're so scared. They come like right at you.
They do. They like spin too.
And it's like an unexpected dick pic. Like you never expect it. It's just right there. And you're like, wow.
It's like those lizards in the desert that like expand their necks to become giant fans and then they run at you and you're like, oh, you don't seem like, you seem sort of innocuous. You seem kind of friendly until
it's running straight towards you. And you just get out of there.
No, back to the van.
Back to the van. Scooby, go. So, wands. They have other names.
Wands. Also known as rods, staves, staffs, or clubs, just like in like regular playing cards.
Yeah, wands was the best choice out of all of those. The other words suck. That was it. That's all I had.
Generally, the wands represent energy, movement forward, creativity, invention, perseverance, and working together to build something great. So, finding a wand in your spread can often relate to your career or your sense of purpose, but because of their relationship to desire and charm, they can also offer strong relationship advice, which I thought was really interesting. Some readers connect the wands to their life force, so the energy that animates all living things. So I imagine it's not just like our physical energy, but also our spiritual energy, the electricity in our minds that powers us. It's our enthusiasm.
I think that's interesting that we've already used the words desired and charm and like electricity. And that's something that the stereotypical wand and like lore would do.
That's real, yeah.
That just came to me. I was like, oh.
Yeah. And it's also like, I mean, thinking about wands in witchcraft, they are a conduit or a point or a tool that you can use to focus your energy, right? And point it. And the wands in tarot are very similar in that way. The wands are generally connected to the season of spring and the element of fire, which I thought was really interesting, which also relates to the same messages of boldness, ambition, and initiative. The negative aspects of the suit of wands include illusion, pride and egotistical behavior, impulsiveness, and a lack of direction or purpose, and then a feeling of meaninglessness.
Illusion, like magician's illusion with a wand. I'm really onto something.
Yeah,
I've got these tarot people all fucking figured out right now.
Alicia pulls down like the projector and it's like a fucking conspiracy theory map of like...
I'm waiting. There's an episode coming up where it is my conspiracy theory map.
I mean, if we're allowed to continue making astrological connections, thinking about some of those difficult aspects of your favorite fire signs, egotistical behavior, impulsiveness, there is a reactionary aspect to the wands. And as you progress later into the suit, and we're going to go through this like little story that happens in each suit, it's really interesting.
Ooh.
There is kind of a shift from productive energy to total exhaustion. And then if you think about a flame that burns brightest, it always burns out quickest.
That
And
was
even
really poetic.
Oh,
I really like that one.
Thanks.
We'll write it down.
If you're looking at the usual scheme or like illustrations that happen in these suits, the wands are almost always red, orange, and yellow.
Like fire.
Like fire, right?
What? What?
It's all connecting.
They did that on purpose.
So it seems to me that the story of the Suit of Wands is a story of what and how we can build things together. And I don't know if you want to, are we ready to get into it?
I think I'm ready to get into it. Are you ready to get into it?
I don't know, maybe I need a break.
All right, commercial break.
Casper mattress.
Do you like being witchy? Well, so do we. Listen to Witch Yes, a podcast you're already listening to. We're back.
Okay, so each suit goes from 1 to 10, and then they have the face cards, which is like page, knight, queen, and king.
And one is ace.
Ace, yeah, exactly. So the first 4 cards, which are ace, 2 of wands, 3 of wands, and 4 of wands, illustrate like the building up of this structure. And they're meant to teach inspiration, patience, trust, and creating a positive change for the future. And the more that I looked through like all of these suits, I thought it was really interesting because to me, each suit kind of seems to be its own fool's journey with its own lesson, like with the ace being the fool of that journey. So the ace is like the beginning, it is naivety, it is innocence, but it's also possibilities. And different kinds of possibilities and different kinds of values to ascribe to those possibilities. The Ace of Wands is like the Fool of inspiration and one's dreams of building something great. And each card that comes after that is like the Ace of Wands trying to achieve that goal. The Two of Wands asks you to regain your bearings before you launch forward and deal with your concerns before they become regrets. The Three of Wands, and like he has those 3 posts in the ground. Oh, you hate it.
No, I think it's so funny now that I'm looking at the picture and it's like 1 stick, 2 sticks, 3 sticks, 4 sticks.
And it's just at the end, you're like, what am I going to do with 10 swords? How did I get here in my life? Who let me have all these swords?
10 sticks, though, you can start a fire.
I think
it's all connected.
It's all connected. As above, so below. Okay, so the Three of Wands reminds you that you must be patient. Building from the ground up takes time and a steady hand. And I think it's, really often has come into my spreads when I feel like I'm not moving fast enough, I'm like, I'm not achieving fast enough and I'm really impatient and I'm just ready to be done and to be successful. And then the Four of Wands is a card of teamwork with a focus on coming together to create something positive for the future. So,
oh, I like that.
Isn't it cute? And it's like they're all celebrating the work that they've done to like put these 4 sticks in the ground.
I mean, it didn't work well for that one little piggy, so I think it does take some teamwork.
It really does.
Yeah.
So then the next 3 cards speak to the struggles for power, the more traction, and the more voices you have within a project. So maneuvering ambitions and egos are difficult with the 5 of Wands. It depicts 5 people with giant clubs in their hands pulling apart the structure that they had just built in the 4 of Wands. They're like, I want it to be a bodega, and I want it to be a gazebo, and I want it to be a doghouse.
What do I do with this 5th stick?
With this, we didn't need this.
We didn't need
We were good before.
It was an even number.
So the 6 of Wands represents respect and recognition for the efforts that you've put in. And this is one side of the same coin because the 7 of Wands warns you of your own ego and smugness that comes with the hard work that you've accomplished. So it's like in the 6 of Wands, everyone is revering sort of like this leader figure, and you should feel good about that. But it also reminds you in the 7 of Wands that just because you've done all this doesn't make you better than other people.
This comes up for politicians a lot, doesn't it? Maybe.
Yeah, probably. And then the next 3 cards are all about your relationship to responsibility, okay? Perhaps responsibility to your ambition, your career, your graduate committee chair. The 8 of Wands encourages you to hustle and spring towards your goal. There's literally no time to waste. It is 8 wands pointed straight at you. And there's like kind of like this motion, this like speed that comes with all of them.
The deadline is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
You've done nothing.
You don't even have a work cited.
You have 24 hours.
While the 9 of Wands, which comes next, reminds you that even the strongest need time to rest and recuperate. So much of the wands is like hustle, hustle, hustle. What can we achieve? What can we do? And what is the thing that is so hard for fire signs?
Stopping?
I think it's gentleness, right? Stopping? Just fucking stop.
Go home. Just go home.
It's 3 in the morning.
It's not about you.
It's for once in your fucking life.
Oh, it's your birthday? Oh, I guess it is about you. Okay.
So one of those things that's really hard for fire signs, I feel like, is allowing themselves to rest and approaching things in a more passive way, allowing things to unfold, because so much of their worth and value is based in their ability to go, 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 move, move, move.
Yeah.
Like produce, produce, produce. And then the 10 of Wands is kind of a contradiction in the sense that, like, you know, you can't rest for too long because it's asking you to persevere and push through the pain. No pain, no gain.
Just do it, Nike.
Endorse us.
Endorse us.
So the first 10 cards are this journey of construction, of building, of perseverance, of togetherness, of teamwork. And then you have the 4 face cards. The face cards of each suit often represent the reader themselves or a particular individual in the reader's life. So their personalities definitely remind me of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The Page of Wands is a nonconformist rebel whose ultimate goal is freedom.
What is a page?
A page, well, so you know a jack, like the jack in the suits?
I just assumed this was the guy named Jack who comes out to, like, hang out with the royal court.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I mean, the page's name could be... No, it has to be Page. That has to be the page's name.
Page.
Page the page.
But I think maybe they're like a squire to the knight, which comes next.
So like a bitch? So this says, a page is a youth being trained in the medieval rank of a knight and in the personal service of a knight. So you were right. It's someone's bitch.
But it has to be a youth.
So it's the unpaid intern.
Okay.
So, you know, last year of undergrad, you're a page. This is it. You should get paid, but they're not going to pay you.
I feel like a page is also every other fucking internship in New York City. I would do anything for a paid internship.
I'd do anything to have a page. My life would be set.
So the knight is a feisty fire starter that's easy to provoke. They embody the notion of shoot first and ask questions later. The knight is full of energy and passion and fears no consequences. When this knight shows up in your tarot reading, you need to consider the intensity of your attitude and actions. Is this serving you? Is this fire that you're bringing? Is it serving you? And if it is, that's awesome. But again, I think there's a lesson for fire signs that an aggressive approach and a passive approach are 2 different approaches. I'm not saying that there's a value judgment in either of them. And sometimes things call for passive.
Just stop. Fire signs.
Just like take a nap.
Just take a nap.
Are you hungry?
Go home.
Are you hangry? Do you need some water?
No, because it'll burn them out.
True. So the Queen of Wands is both challenging and encouraging and is set on getting things done and achieving goals. When this card arises in your tarot reading, it is an indicator to put yourself out there, act with confidence, and to use your own skills of leadership and grace when dealing with others. And finally, the King of Wands wants to lead, not follow, right? This is Leo as fuck.
This is a fucking lion.
This is literally Leo rising, Leo moon, Leo sun. Go to therapy.
Wow.
He wants to be recognized and loves to sit in the center of attention. This king showers those he loves with wonderful energy and charm, yet those who cross him are going to feel his wrath.
That's exactly like a lion because I've never fucked with a lion, but I would imagine it'd be bad.
I feel like you've never fucked with a lion, which is why your life is doing really great and why you're doing so well.
But should I tame the beast?
How would you go about taming a lion, Alicia?
I would get a string and see if it would paw it, like my beautiful little cat. Because they're related, you know, so it has to kind of like the same things as Artemis does.
Okay. So get it playful.
Get it playful.
Lower its, you know, inhibitions. Allow it to feel vulnerable. Okay, so... today.
So, yeah, wands are about building and teamwork and lions. What do you think wands are about, to recap?
Oh, real? Okay. So, this copy I've written, these notes I've made.
It's beautiful. It's a lot of words.
It's a lot of words. And it's pink.
That means it's hers. Mine's purple.
Okay. So, to recap, the story of the Suit of Wands is a story of how and what we can build together. It is the energy and creativity that we bring into our lives and our dreams. It is fiery, but impulsive. Don't be afraid to reach out to those around you. Persevere in the face of adversity and enter any party with confidence and warmth. But it's important to know when to rest and reflect because that is a strength in its own.
And that's what, yes.
Oh shit, has it already been it?
That's it. This is the Minisode. We're done. We're fucking out.
Oh no.
We are out. It would mean the world to us if you would rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you would like to donate, scroll down, take a minute to appreciate the beautifully written copy, the literature that accompanies each episode that I write, and click on the Pinecast link at the bottom. You can follow us on Instagram at WitchYes, or if you hate social media, you can send us an email at witchyespodcast@gmail.com. We'd also like to thank our producer and editor, Marcel Pérez, our creative director, Mallory Porter, and Kevin MacLeod for creating our theme song, and all of you.
And this has been it. This has been
Witch Yes!
Bye.